Hey everybody, finally getting around to doing another beer review. During the last week or so I had to work 7 nights straight, so obviously didn't get any reviews done. End of last week, over the weekend, missed some really nice days. It was sunny and in the 60s on Saturday, and I had to work Saturday night, and Sunday wasn't bad. We got some snow on Monday. Yesterday was still cold and really windy, but I had a bunch of catching up to do, so had a bunch of seasonal beers come out recently. All appeared on the shelf all at once. From Bell's, their Expedition Stout, their Java Stout, their Old Stock Ale, from Stone, their Double Bastard, all of which I'd reviewed before, other years' versions, but I'll get to them sometime in the next few days. I think I got to work Saturday again. Today I'm going to do one first had, I think, last year from Founders. Their Backwoods Bastard. So I picked up a couple 4-packs of this. I'm going to get a couple of get a few stuck back in the cellar too for the next few years. This is a Scotch ale / wee heavy. 10.2%, a little bit from the website. It says expect lovely warm smells of single malt Scotch, oaky bourbon barrels, smoke, sweet caramel, and roasted malts. A bit of earthy spice and a scintilla of dark fruit. It's a kickback sipper made to excite the palate. Scotch ale, I really like the style. Also IBUs 50 besides the 10.2% ABV. So let me get this in the glass. I actually had one the other night when I picked it up. So let's see how this year's edition, got a little smoke there. Get it in the glass. Yeah, we got a nice dark brownish red, maybe some ruby crimson around the edges. Just a nice looking Scotch ale. I can see some tiny bubbles kind of slowly moving through it. Appear to be some little particles. I'm not sure what, but those bubbles are kind of moving around. Got a thin, creamy tan head. One big bubble there in the middle, but a lot of little bubbles. Really nice. Oh, I just caught a whiff of that. The wind is sort of in my face, what little we have today. I found a low spot. Actually, it's quite a bit of wind today, but let's get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, I'm getting like some candied cherries. Definitely getting that oak from the bourbon barrels. Caramel. Yeah, lots of cherry in there. Vanilla. Like warm bread. Definitely getting the bourbon from the barrels too, but the oak is very pronounced. That and the vanilla. Yeah, just a little bit of maybe like smoky bourbon in there too. But wow, so some fruity, nutty notes I can't quite place. Maybe hazelnut and plum, but cherry, oak. Caramel, vanilla, bourbon. Those are the primary odors. Really smells good, so let's get a taste on it. Oh yeah, I'm getting those sweet cherries right up front. Some vanilla, some butterscotch. I didn't really get that on the nose. Definitely get the bourbon and vanilla. They're pretty much right up front too, along with those cherries. Like I said, butterscotch, caramel, a little bit of alcohol heat there in the back, but this is fairly fresh. I've never had an aged one. I think I'm gonna have to check. I think I have a couple bottles at least from last year. I may have to pull those out. I'm kind of planning on pulling a bunch of stuff from the cellar and reviewing this stuff after a year or two. I know I've got 2011, 2012 Bell's Expedition Stout. If I would get really really intent on getting hammered sometime, I'll do a vertical of 3 years in a row, and then I'll be out for the rest of the day. That's for sure. But this is a really full-bodied beer, minimal carbonation. A little bit sticky sweet, but really pleasant to drink. Goes down easy, but it's still a sipper. So let me sip on this, and I'll come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. This warmed up a little bit, but not a whole lot. I know this is one that's meant to be drank a little warmer. You know, as it gets closer to room temperature, there's a lot more that comes out, but this is a really, really well done, definitely the limited release from Founders. It says availability November. So if you see it, grab it, because it won't be around long. Little pricey. Well, I paid $12.99 for these. They've got a few more on the shelf at the local store at $13.99. I'll still pick it up. I think it's worth it. It is a little pricey maybe, but for a 4-pack, but definitely worth it. I think it's one that'll age well. Haven't had an aged version yet, but hopefully I will. I may pick up another 4-pack and just to have to drink, because the oak aging they did with this is damn near perfect. The complexity, the flavors that come out from the oak aging are just spot on. This is a great brew to warm you up, warm your soul even on a in this case kind of blustery, cold winter afternoon, mid-November. Just a perfect brew. Got some nice lacing down the glass. Definitely some alcohol legs down there from that 10.2% ABV, but damn good beer. I do love Scotch ales, and this is one of the better ones. One of my favorites. Ever since I had it the first time, I think thanks to my friend Tony from Mediocre Reviews and Awesome Brews, he sent me the first one. Stellar beer. The Founders, Backwoods Bastard. Like I said, November only, so if you see it, grab it, because it won't be around long. This is gonna be another 10 for me. I can't help it. I know I'm doing a lot of 10s, but I only try to drink the quality stuff anyway, so 10 out of 10 for the Founders Backwoods Bastard. Till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers. And now I'm going to do a rant about, and I'll probably get it up later, about YouTube, Google, and particularly Google+. They've screwed everything up on YouTube, and I think I sort of worked around it, but I'm going to do a rant, so it'll be up later. Okay, everybody. Yeah, this is just going to be a rant. I'm really getting sick of YouTube, Google+, especially the last week. Like I said in a previous review, I had to work 7 days in a row, and during that time they switched everything over. They connected, without even asking if we wanted it to, they connected YouTube and Google+. The reply buttons to my comments, I couldn't even reply. I wanted to reply because I got a lot of comments on my videos. I couldn't even reply because there was no reply button on YouTube. I expected they wanted you to go to Google+. I set up a Google+ account, 2 or 3 years ago, just because, but I've never really used it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the circles and all that stuff. But I could not find any way to reply to YouTube videos. I thought, well, maybe I can just delete my my Google Plus account. Well, yeah, if I would have I could have deleted it, sure, but it would also deleted my YouTube account. There's no other option. But I did finally, after doing some searching, I found a way to, there was a spot where I could disconnect YouTube and Google Plus. After a couple days after I did that, then a reply place came, so I can now reply, and I'll start replying to my comments, because you guys are the best. Subscribers are the best, and you know, I hope I didn't, you know, I didn't want to feel standoffish or seem standoffish or anything, because I wasn't replying, but I couldn't. But they didn't ask if you wanted to do it; they just did it, and that's really the height of arrogance to me. I'm really pissed off. So Google Plus, you guys suck, really. I've still got my Google Plus account because I can't delete it unless I want to delete this account too, and I'm not going to do that. So I gotta give a total thumbs down to Google Plus, what they've done with YouTube since they took it over, and I'm really disappointed. I wish there were another venue I could go to, but you know, maybe someday I'll learn to use Google Plus. But you know, I hadn't, and you know, to just spring that on us within a few days is just the height of inconsiderateness, if that's a word, as far as I'm concerned. So 2 thumbs down for Google Plus and what they've done to YouTube. So cheers, everybody. I'm still drinking on this Backwoods bastard, and I will start replying to comments now when I get home, anyway.